Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video is another Hell Knighthood boss. This is the one just before the collaboration. So some of you may be looking to get a little bit more rewards, and Knighthood boss is a perfect way to do that. So we're going for 9,000 points, which is basically just the entire reward track. We don't really care anything above that, we're just going for 9,000 points. This team is pretty good. If we go over the missions, so it's no humans, to increase soul gauge, which we can do with Merlin's dissolve skill. Unknown, we've got Merlin. Demon, we've got Melee Liz. Attack disadvantage and advantage, it's fine, we'll just do it turn 1 with King and Merlin together, can do that, turn 1. 8 turns, easy, everything else we're not really going to go for. If we get the, we'll definitely get the 70% HP, so we can definitely get that one, and we might get the 200k one if we're able to get some decent damage in with Melee Liz. For card set, we are running the normal Knighthood boss card set, and for gear, we have HP defense, attack, crit, HP defense, running HP food, so we're not going to penalize for running food, and yeah, let's get on with it. Should hopefully be pretty easy. My first attempt, I'd done it in 3 turns, and I got 13,000 points. Should be pretty easy. This boss is kind of irritating, so it does additional damage to humans, demons, and goddesses. Of course, melees are goddess and demon, but it only counts as 1. Thankfully, it doesn't count as 2, because then they would get one shot by everything. I still got to be pretty careful, though, because this guy's attack seal, which if he does land on Melee Liz, is a very big pain to deal with. I'm going to Deanne Stance first, so I'll just play these two. I might Deanne Stance now and then play the King Shield. Solely so the King Shield is just a tiny bit stronger. So we'll immediately do some decent damage with Merlin. Merlin's a very old character now, so even this damage I would say is quite good. Then we Deanne Stance. Then we get both the type advantage and disadvantage done. It didn't appear, but there you go, boom, both done, which is really good. Also struggling to break Melee Liz's shield now, which is good. Very good. Because if they break that shield, I am screwed. That's the one that breaks the shield. And that's the one that's quite scary. We'll do this, and then we'll do this. So Melee Liz should be able to hit the 200k, even though they do have a lot of damage lower, or the enemies have a lot of damage reduction to goddesses. Still not enough to get over a team that is very well built like this. There we go, get some decent damage in with King. Get a single target in with Deanne, just to sort of deal a nice chunk of damage. And now we can basically kill next turn with Melee Liz skills. Ooh, crit King. Kind of rare to see. It does have a crit chance boost. Okay, King doesn't have much crit resistance apparently. Damage cap, I believe, is about 33% on this. Yeah, so we can just do this, and then double single target, and then we win. Cool, easy. This boss isn't hard. It's never really been too hard. It used to be the point before Melee Liz you couldn't really use goddesses or demons solely you could run goddesses, but you'd have to run out or Liz. But you couldn't really run them because of the insane damage they would take. Unless of course you killed that sword turn 1. Because each sword has a different one. There you go, 13,700 points. Easy. Not hard at all. Done that one twice, done that one once, we've done all of these. It's not very hard. It is quite easy to do, and that's the reason why I recommend doing them, because it's not difficult at all. And now we'll go for the the 6,000 points, which is pretty easy. We're just going to run the same thing. Same team. We'll start with normal first, because you get 2,000 points per one, and if I can get 3,000 points on this, it's much easier on the next one. Wow, cool looking boss. I want to say, this boss actually looks cool even in every difficulty, which is, it's rare to see. It's 80,000, I have 310,000 CC more. This one's completely different, we can just full send it immediately. So I will Melee Liz shield, Deanne Stance, and then just AoE spam basically. Then we do this, then I'll do this, this, and then this. I'm playing the Merlin skills afterwards just in case it doesn't kill. I'm pretty sure this is overkill with Melee Liz. Okay, no, barely killed. Only because the damage lower. Decent damage. Yeah, look, even Merlin's in decent damage. I know damage cap's like 30%, and its damage cap is 30k. It's still damage cap. Damage cap is damage cap. There we go. Can't break the shield. Solely because that additional damage came from that one sword. I thought it gave the boost to everyone, but maybe it just gives the boost to that sword, unless of course they changed it, which once again is Netmarble. You never know when they're going to change stuff. There we go, and then we win, because King will now finish off with the Power Strike skill. There we go. I haven't really used this King too much, but I think more recently I've decided to use him a lot more, solely because the shield is really handy, especially when you're using, let's say, a character that isn't a Sin or a goddess. You know, yeah, that isn't either a Sin or a goddess or a demon, solely because they don't get melee shield. Where with King, they instead, let's say the rest of the team gets the melee shield, and let's say last week I used Skadi. Skadi had the King shield, which was still some damage reduction and a damage increase, which is still handy. And it's better than just having nothing, especially if it's like an older character who's got a little bit worse substats, because a lot of the older characters don't have the most optimal substats or a passive that boosts said basic stats or substats or damage reduction in some way to make them a little bit more tankier. Or maybe they're just not the best attribute. Because that is the thing. Being blue is like one of the worst attributes to be. Most green characters are broken, most red characters are broken. Blue doesn't really have too many good characters. I feel like it's not going to kill this time. It doesn't really matter, as long as Merlin finishes the job, which she should, because she doesn't have any damage lower on her. That's fine. There you go, Merlin clutches up. And then next turn we can just kill. Because it's a 33% damage cap, and we have 4 skills, and it's already lowered by 1 damage cap, so we are all good. Can't break the shield, which is nice. Because the shield is decently strong. Go. I do like the fact that the shield is very tanky, especially in PvE still. I know this is like low tier PvE, but it's still decent. I kind of do wish the shield worked in Demonic Beast, but I do understand it would be very, very, very broken. But still, why? Why not? You know, they're a festival. They're end of year. The end of year festival is always going to be broken in some way or another. And I would say that they're probably Melee is not as broken as what like Demon King Melee was in terms of PvE wise. But anyway, that should be it. Yep, 4,800 points. Because we've done some of the challenges there as well. But yeah, it's really easy. There you go, 6,000 points. Quickly claim the rewards. These are all the rewards you get from 6,000 when it eventually loads and processes all. There we go, so you get 3 SA coins, 3 SSR pendants. 150 anvils is pretty good. And then we'll go claim the 9,000 reward one. You don't even really need 9,000 points. As long as you can get around 8,500, you just miss out on 1 card pack, which is nothing. 75 more anvils, 3 more SA coins, and 4 more SSR pendants. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.